I'm going to show you how to use custom post types for your galleries because maybe you want to filter or even add images that automatically insert themselves into your gallery. Watch this. So let's go over how easy this is to set up. I'm using the Advanced Custom Fields plugin that you can get for free from the WordPress repository. I've gone and set up a custom post type called gallery. So you go and click add new. And then, you can call it what you want. I've just called it gallery, got my post type key, and I've set up a taxonomy. I'll come back onto that in a moment. It's public, it's hierarchical, and advanced settings. I've just said give me title and featured image. To be honest, I'm not using the featured image. I'm going to use a custom field. But if you didn't want to use a custom field, you could just use the featured image. So this is just a gallery post type. Then what I did is I went and set up a taxonomy, and that was called Gallery Cat. So go and add new. Remember, we're doing everything inside of the free version of Advanced Custom Fields. Gallery Cat, and you can see the taxonomy. This is the important bit. This is connected to the gallery post type. So you would have clicked this and found your gallery post type. And then after I created this, I went back into my post type and said, make sure the connected taxonomy is the gallery cat. So you can see how I kind of duplicated the effort I did, but it means we've got a one-to-one relationship. There was nothing fancy going on here. It's just a taxonomy. Then I went and created a custom field group, which is called Gallery Custom Fields. Again, you just add new, and this only has one field called Gallery Image, and that's it. It's just an image, gallery image, nothing fancy going on there. And you can either select it from the library or you could upload to post, which is why it's currently set to all. So post type gallery, then we got a category for gallery cat, and then we have a custom field called image, because maybe I don't want to use the featured image. Now, everything I said there should be really, really crystal clear and easy to understand. And when you do create a custom post type, it will appear on your left-hand side in your WordPress admin sidebar. If we go over to gallery, you can see I've already added in quite a load of images. If we go over to Gallery Cat, this is where I've gone and created 4 categories: forest, people, podcasts, yoga. Because the idea is I could keep dropping images into here, but then I could say, right, on this page, we're going to use the podcast images, and this page is going to be the yoga images, and this page might be a mixture of all of the images. Let me just show you now. If I go over to gallery, let me just pick, say, this podcast image over here. I gave it a title. You don't have to give it a title technically, but give it a title, and then I just went and selected my image. So it would have been like that. And then I said add image, and I picked this one here, and that's it added. The important bit though is I did assign it to a category. So this was for podcasts. So if you go to the yoga, there would have been to the yoga one. You could leave them blank. It's up to you. But if you want to be very specific with what is showing, the category is not a bad thing. I've got a page with a parent container and 2 child containers. Second child container just contains a loop grid. What we're going to do is create our images inside of here, okay? And then we're going to refine it with one template for a very bespoke layout. Let's go and click Create Template. And all I'm going to do is drop in an image widget. Now, if we had set them to be featured image, we could have just used a featured image, but I'm just going to drop in an image field. We're going to click the dynamic tag, scroll down to where we have ACF image field, and then click the spanner or the wrench, and then I will pick gallery image. Now, at the moment, this isn't going to return anything because I haven't set my loop grid to my gallery post type. I should have done that first off. But if you've jumped in and you haven't done that, don't worry. Just go and click loop item settings, go to preview settings, change the preview from post to gallery because that's our post type. And I'm just going to go and pick yoga, one of the images. It doesn't matter which one, okay? Because now I will get to see how would this look in real life. I've then set my image height to be 150, and then I'm going to set it to be cover. Now, here's where you do have to think a little bit about center, top center, because the way we lay things out, it might not look brilliant. But for now, we're just going to go with center. And I'll add in a border radii of 5. Then I'm going to hit save and back. I'm going to click on my loop grid, which is currently invisible. I'm going to go to the query, and I'm going to set the source of this to be gallery. Now, let's be a little bit particular about how we're going to lay this out and why I'm getting you to think about using the gallery custom post type as a form of having different images that come through each time you add in a new image without you having to mess around with the layout. And this can really help from like client management of websites too. So we are going to have 2 columns. but I'm only ever going to show 3 images. Now, at the moment, that looks a little bit odd. It's not exactly the look I'm going for. I'm just going to set everything to be equal height. And I've just realized a little bit of a mistake. I'm going to click back into edit template because there was a bit of padding inside of my template. I want to go back into the container. I just want to zero all of that out, save them back, because now you'll notice the gap between them is a little bit smaller. And if I was to click on the loop grid and I go to the layout and I was to go and do this, you can now see everything is banged up against one another. But you may want to be very specific about your gap between the columns and the rows. Okay, now let's go and refine how this is going to look. I'm going to go to the Advanced tab and I'm going to go to Custom CSS. Watch what happens to the bottom image. It's grown out. Look at the code we've got here, and I did cover this off in a previous video. So I'm saying that every image on there must span one column. So column 1, okay? This was also going to span one column. In fact, if I get rid of this code here, it is just one column. But then I'm saying 3n. n is equal to 1. So when I say 3n, 3 times 1 is 3. So the third item in my pattern, I now want you to span 2 columns, but still be 1 row high. To keep things looking a little bit nicer, I'm actually just going to make my images be 220 in height as a minimum or a maximum even, just because it looks a little bit better with the size of my text. Now, why is this all really, really good? Okay, let me now just go and duplicate this section here. So now we've got 2 sections, right? Imagine these are on different pages, could even be the same page, okay? I am going to go over to this particular loop grid we currently have at the top. I'm going to go to where we have query, and I'm going to say only include by certain term, and the term I'm going to go for is yoga. And watch that, all the images will now change to yoga. And if I'd gone to this bottom one down here, and again click on the loop grid, and I say by term, I'm going to show the forest category, that will now change to forest. And again, this is where this can be really, really powerful. Just stay with me on this, okay? Remember, this loop grid will only ever show 3 items, and it is currently set to be date descending. You can change that if you want. So date descending, look at the 3 images we have here, right? I'm now going to go to my gallery. I'm going to click add new. I'm going to call it yoga 4, and I'm going to select this image over here and select it basically. And I'm going to make sure it's got the category for yoga. That's important, and hit publish. I'm just going to refresh it. Now I've just refreshed my page, and can you see what happened? That Studio One has gone out, because it doesn't fit the fact that we're only going to show the latest 3. She moved down, these group moved over, and this new image appeared. So if you've got a hero banner or a gallery somewhere else on your page and you're a little bit nervous about someone clicking in, you know, to a gallery widget, insert image, or, you know, they might accidentally mess things up, as long as you just keep adding to that custom post type, it will feed through to where it needs to be shown. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. By the way, you need to go out and click the link in our video because there is... Oh, and the CSS code is in the video description too. But if you go over to our channel, you might want to get a downloadable free audit of your homepage. You don't pay me. It's completely free for everyone, you or your clients. You might want to audit your homepage in terms of, is it working well, or are you pushing visitors away? And that's why you're losing on conversions. Anyway, take care. See you soon. Bye.